What's up, everyone? It's Chicks in the Office with Fran, giving you that Friday energy on a Monday. Welcome back, everybody. Sorry we didn't get to talk to you last Friday. Hopefully you had a very nice Thanksgiving. Everyone had a safe and happy weekend. And now we're back, ready to do it all over again. How are you guys feeling?
I feel great, refreshed,
That's lovely.
ready to get into the holiday season. I like coming back from Thanksgiving, and now it's just all Christmas.
Yes, how was Florida?
Lovely. Just, oh, bless you.
Bless you.
Thanks.
Disaster over there. It was great. The very, very relaxing. It was just the four of us. My parents, myself, my sister. Got to do a lot of stuff, the four of us, take the dogs for walks.
I was jealous.
We watched a lot of football, good food, good dinners. My dad made a great turkey. Rarely do you get like a good turkey where you're like, this turkey was really cooked well. He smoked it. He put it on the egg. Ooh,
The man loves the egg.
he does love that egg, and it was so good.
That sounds divine.
So good. Yes. Very exciting stuff going on at the Marianos.
Yeah, I said I should have came. Seemed like
Yeah,
it was
so
a really
you could have
relaxing.
taken my brother's spot since
Yeah.
he's not home yet.
I did not have a relaxing weekend at all. I'll be honest.
Yeah.
It was fun. It was just not relaxing at all. There was no part
Too
of
many
it.
plans.
Yep. There was no part of it that was like relaxing. But it was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I ate a lot of good food, and I always love Thanksgiving because it's really just about the dinner.
What was the favorite part of your Thanksgiving meal?
It felt very rewarding to make things that people liked.
Ooh.
So
We're back to that.
right.
Yes.
Yeah.
You feel that way about things you make.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
this was my first Thanksgiving actually making things. And I felt,
Did everybody thank you for what you made?
yes, they did. I did feel honored
Okay,
and
good.
appreciated.
Good.
I felt appreciated
Good,
this
good.
time around. But no, I mean, I think my mom got the food catered. I'm not going to lie. That's why I can't be
Behind the back or
yes.
we did that too, but only because there was there
Right.
was four of us. My mom and dad were like, we're not going to slave away cooking for four people.
So we were at my house first.
Yeah.
Because we eat earlier and then Marty's family does it later.
Yeah.
So we ate at my house and
What's early?
3 o'clock.
Okay.
I feel like that's pretty average.
It is.
We're always later. We are not eating until 7.
I don't
What?
think. I don't think it's
Yeah.
weird that we eat at 3 o'clock, but some people don't eat till 6,
No,
7
we were like
o'clock.
3:30.
But we do 3 courses too because we have the appetizers and we do the Italian and then we do the Thanksgiving meal.
Yeah.
So by the time it's
Exactly.
like 6 o'clock, but I didn't see anybody really walk in with trays, and I didn't see my mom cooking.
Well, that should probably be the
And
sign.
I heard she cooks like stuffed mushrooms, but
yeah.
I heard my dad say the food is coming around 6 a.m. and 10 tomorrow morning. This was like an offhand conversation that I overheard. 6 a.m. and 10 a.m. tomorrow morning, so we'll be up early. And I was like, are they getting the food? Which is fine by me. I don't care if
Yeah.
the food's good, the food's good.
Yeah.
But I was like, these sons of bitches are getting the food catered and they're not making it like an open conversation to us.
Right.
And so I'm not
They
going to
didn't run
sit
through
here
their order.
and be like, wow, my mom and my family cooked a wonderful Thanksgiving because
Yeah.
I don't think they really cooked any of it. I mean, they cooked like very little things. Like
Yeah.
I said, the stuffed mushrooms.
Yeah.
But the turkey,
We picked up all of our sides as well.
the turkey, the ham, the mashed potatoes, the stuffing, all of that, I'm pretty sure was catered. It was good. But I'm not going to sit here and go, oh my God, they put on quite a performance.
Ham is maybe my least favorite meat.
So I knew
out
something
there.
was awry when there was no pineapple with the ham,
Oh,
which is, I always usually have pineapple with ham,
interesting.
which I love.
That sounds kind of good.
It's
I mean,
really
it's
good.
like just the pizza topping, but
Yeah, it's really good.
Yeah.
But there was no pineapple on the ham this year. So I'm on to them. But the food was delicious.
Did you not
And
confront them about it?
no, I didn't really care that much to confront them. Like at that time, I was like,
They're gonna hear now.
right, would have been
hungry.
a pretty simple question to just say,
Yeah.
hey, where'd you guys get the food from?
I'll probably just text them and ask. I don't know why I didn't just ask, but I think it's because I overheard them and I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
I don't want
I'm sure they weren't trying to
I don't
keep
think
it
they
a
were
secret.
hiding it. I think if I would have asked,
I'm sure they would have told you.
I think if I would have asked, they would have been like, why? Is that a problem?
Yeah.
And I've been like, no, slow down. It's not. So I'll text them after this. But then I was so my mom made the stuffed shells though. I'll give her that.
Yeah.
That we had. So we had stuffed shells, then we had Thanksgiving meal, and then we went to Marty's house, brother's house, and we were so full by the time we got there that they did cook everything at that house, but I wasn't able to fully enjoy all of it because.
So what you made went to both Thanksgivings?
Yeah, I made both.
Okay.
I made things for both.
Okay.
The crumb cake muffins.
Yes.
Coffee crumb cake muffins went to both. And then I made mini chicken pot pies for an appetizer for my family. And then I brought over for them to have for lunch the next day.
Yeah.
Because I knew I wasn't going to make it
You
there
weren't going
for
to do
the
it
dinner.
Yeah.
So those were a hit. They were a hit. And they did a lovely job cooking everything from what it looked like. I didn't really have any of it because I was so full by the time I got there. And so
double Thanksgiving is hard.
that will be my life. Having
tough.
double Thanksgivings, double Christmas Eves, double Christmases.
Well, unless you move somewhere else.
And then I just don't do.
No, no, you move somewhere else and you alternate. Like when you do that, it's like, oh, I gotta go to my side for this Thanksgiving, and then the next year you go to his side, and then you alternate.
Right, but
That's
they're
how my
always in
family
the
does
same
it.
spot.
Yeah.
They're both on Long Island. It's
But they
hard.
could be different. You never know.
They could switch it
They
up and go
could
to Florida
change,
one
yeah,
year. They could.
yeah.
You never know.
Yeah.
Which I would love, just
Yeah.
because I want to have, like go to Florida when it's cold.
Yeah.
Because that seemed
nice.
lovely. And then our parents met. We went out to dinner, and that was a lot of fun.
Looks
My
like you
mom
guys had a
got
great
really
time.
drunk.
She was serving face.
She had her
big time
ass out. My dad was like,
posted.
"What is that pose?" And she was like, "Maria taught it to me." And I was like, "No, I didn't.
Yeah.
I didn't teach you anything. You pulled that on your own."
Yeah.
But
She was working it.
it was a lot of fun, and yeah, my mom got drunk, but they couldn't have gone better, which was a delight.
I could have predicted that.
Yeah, they're
It
pretty
just felt
similar.
like that was. I didn't have a single worry.
Yeah.
Like I didn't feel like I needed to text you to be like, how'd it go? Because I
No.
just assumed. I
Yeah.
just knew it was going to go well.
They clicked,
and if
right.
it didn't, you would have been like,
Yeah.
it didn't go
Right.
well. But
Two
there's-
Long Island families that then moved to Florida
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
go back to Long
Yeah.
Island. Like they're all
Yeah.
very similar.
Yeah.
So it was great.
Noah,
I had a great Thanksgiving. Small, not that much.
how was the bar
Oh, the
mitzvah?
bar mitzvah. It was interesting. Night before Thanksgiving, it was at Nebula. Do you know what?
I don't know what that is.
It's
no.
it was like a club, basically.
Yeah, the club.
Yeah.
The club. Yeah.
Yes.
You are aware.
Yes.
Yeah.
Did you take your nail polish off, by the way?
No, I didn't. It just came off.
Oh, really?
I mean, the other day, like yesterday, I was kind of trying to scratch the rest of it off. In
I
the
painted
shower
Noah's nails the other day
with the Coors
with
Light
the Coors Light nail polish.
nail
That turned
polish.
that.
And honestly, it was
And
cool.
it worked.
Wherever I was, if I had a drink in my hand or something, I was like, look.
Really holding it, making sure
hard.
those nails really turn really
Yeah.
blue.
Although the bar mitzvah, free drinks.
Yeah.
free
You'll do
food.
anything for a free drink. I'm noticing, which is great. But
No, I won't do anything.
I
I
but
mean, I'm with you on that.
Yeah.
anytime
I will
there's
also-
an event,
there's nothing better than just an open bar.
Totally.
Yeah.
100%.
And you just
Sign me up for free
Yeah.
drinks as well. If I got to show up somewhere for a couple hours, but I get free drinks,
and when the
I'll
drinks
do
are
it.
good, like
Yeah,
I'm more on like the free food train.
I mean, the free food was there
Right,
too.
right.
Yeah.
They got both.
both at a bar mitzvah.
Usually
The only
there
thing
is
was
both.
there wasn't. It was like a club, so there weren't tables, so you kind of had to like eat standing up,
Mm-hmm.
which was kind of. But it was a sight to see all the kids,
Yeah.
and I didn't really
So
know
very
anyone.
Do you think any
entertaining.
of them secretly drink? They're young,
Oh,
but
a lot of at my bar mitzvah
Yeah, they're
to this day,
13.
a lot of kids say they had their first drink at my bar mitzvah.
really, how did they get them?
Because there was like the cocktail hour, and it was supposed to be separated, like
Mm-hmm.
kids in one area, and then I don't know how people didn't see them, but people just walked into the adult area and just took drinks off the tables.
A bunch of 13-year-olds drunk at a bar mitzvah really
Oh.
is a sight to see.
Goodness, that
Yeah.
sounds awful.
But yeah, and
Nothing crazy. You relax.
nothing crazy was at my house, and yeah, just the grandparents.
How's Murray?
Murray's great.
I love Noah's dog.
Yeah, I love Murray.
I love Murray.
Follow Murray the Swissy.
Yeah.
Yep.
Great Instagram account. Honestly, highly recommend.
Yeah.
quality dog time was honestly a highlight of my time as well. Just love. There was a 60 Minutes segment last night about dogs, and it was in between football and
we were watching that.
dogs and the friendly gene. And it's just, they really love you.
They really do.
They really do.
Ugh.
It's so sweet.
Yeah, it sucks that you have to give Norman away.
I didn't give Norman away. Stop. People really think that. That's awful. People are like, did you just get rid of the dog? No, I did not. But I did look at Norman a lot differently this past
What
weekend.
do you mean?
Well, he's
Just
a
in
vessel
terms
to the
of
other
because
side, don't
he's-
you remember?
He can talk to the other
He
side.
can talk to the dead.
And so it was just like, me and my dad were talking about it, and I was like, how much would you give to hear this dog talk? And he goes, literally for 5 minutes, my entire bank account. And I was like, I think I would need more than 5 minutes to get my entire bank account, but
Would
like,
you
Yeah.
take
I would
5
really
years off
debate
your
it.
life to be able to talk to him for an hour?
No, I'm so afraid of dying. I really am. I don't even want to get into
5
it.
years
I really love life.
5 years is a decent amount of time.
Right,
where
and you
you're
don't know
like,
when. Like, if you
Yeah.
said you were going to die at 85 and I
Yeah.
die at 80 instead, okay. But like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would maybe do 2 years.
I don't think I would do it any time. I don't really want to talk to my dog because here's the thing. It's like, I think about this one with babies too. Like my cousin, when he was a baby and couldn't talk, loved him. It was fun. Then right when they start talking, it's like, it's not as fun. You know what I'm
Damn,
saying?
cold.
Or like
Oh my
not talking, but like
I don't
when
agree
they
with
grow
that.
when they
I
grow
don't
up.
agree with that
I
either.
would
Eh.
love,
love
to
when-
know.
I love when toddlers are able to talk. That's when
Maybe-
they're the funniest.
I think that's maybe I'm more saying like when they. I don't know what I'm saying.
I
Because
would,
obviously, yeah, they can talk, but not like incoherent sentences and stuff.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
that's when I
No,
Trying to
I like
decipher
that.
what
I
they're
like
saying.
that.
Yeah.
I would love to hear what Norman is thinking or saying. I had a thought this morning where, because I saw this lady getting out of the elevator and she had her 2 dogs on no leash. And she was like, vamos. And I was
Yeah.
like, oh my God, dogs speak other languages.
Yeah.
Like those dogs speak
They
Spanish.
speak Spanish. Yep.
Crazy.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
I always think about that too. It's when we're in Italy, I think about I also just think that European dogs are much more well behaved than American dogs. Every time when I'm in Italy, like these dogs, they just listen to their owner so well. So many dogs off their leash. It's just like they're all speaking Italian. Can't happen here.
No.
A lot of unruly dogs here.
My brother brought up a good point where he asked my nonno if he thinks in Italian. Like, does he think in
Yeah.
English or does he think in
It's
Italian?
got to be Italian, right?
He said, I don't think he understood the question.
Oh.
I'm not going to lie.
It's probably a mix.
Right.
Like it's just a
But
whole
isn't that nuts
mumbled
to think
jumble
about? Your
in his head.
voice in your head is so different to everybody else's voices in their head.
Yeah.
Crazy.
That
Okay.
is crazy.
Before we get too deep, because sometimes that stuff freaks me out. All right.
Yep.
Let's get into today's episode. We are going to be talking about all of the drama going on with Balenciaga, a lot of weird things happening. Of course, we got our first Pete Davidson and Emily Ratajkowski official outing at the Knicks game. SK from Love is Blind is suing the woman who said he was cheating on her, all alleged allegations apparently. And we're going to be talking about the Lily Depp nepotism baby interview that happened about 2 weeks ago, but it's
Yeah.
still a conversation happening now with new nepotism babies coming out to speak about
Other
it.
Nepo babies have things to say
Yes,
about
they
it.
do. And we have a great game of trivia, so let's get into it, starting off with Balenciaga.
If you live in a small space and you're looking to, optimize how you deal with your trash, how you're throwing stuff away, Lomi is a countertop electric composter that allows you to turn your food scraps into dirt with the push of a button in under 4 hours. It's the perfect solution for reducing your waste, freshening up your houseplants, or just simply making cleanup after dinner that much easier. Lomi allows us to turn our food scraps into dirt with the push of a button. Like I said, it's a countertop electric composter that turns scraps to dirt in under 4 hours. There's no smell when it runs, and it's really very quiet. So that way you can throw out way less garbage. That means it's not going to landfills and producing methane. Instead, we're turning our waste into nutrient-rich dirt that you can feed your plants. Maybe you have a bunch of house plants in where you live, in your house, in your apartment. It's a great way to make the most of your garbage. If you want to start making a positive impact or just make cleanup after dinner that much easier, Lomi is perfect for you. Head to Lomi.com/chicks and use code chicks to get $50 off your Lomi. That's $50 off when you head to Lomi.com/chicks and use promo code chicks at checkout. Food waste is gross. Lomi is your solution. With the holidays just around the corner, Lomi will make the perfect gift for someone on your shopping list.
So very strange things happening over at Balenciaga. If you haven't been following, we'll give you the rundown of things that happened. They released a campaign on their website that was young kids holding bondage bears. And this upset a lot of people. They said, this is kind of, I hate even saying it, but like sexualizing children.
Yep.
The children should not be holding bondage bears. It's a very weird setup for a campaign. And so people were very upset about that. And Balenciaga took down that campaign. And instead of, taking down that campaign and, starting from the beginning, apologizing their way through this, they decided to double down and post an even weirder campaign of Balenciaga bags on top of court documents that discussed child pornography and what's illegal and not illegal, basically trying to defend themselves because the court document explains where it's like it's illegal, but graphic images for certain reasons are not illegal.
And it felt like it was in like the background. It was like a hidden message.
Right.
Like it wasn't like outwardly bam in the front of the ad, but it was off to the side, and if you like zoomed in, you could see what it was.
It was like a, hey, here you go, by the way, we didn't do anything wrong, like sticking out of the corner of the bag. You could see it enough that people, if they zoomed in, can read it. Then there were names of books that include really graphic images of children. Just
really.
It seemed like they were.
Don't Google it.
Yeah, don't. And then it just seemed like it was. Balenciaga was trying to be like, hey, here you go. Here's a new campaign. And by the way, we didn't really do anything wrong.
Right.
Instead of just staying away from that altogether. So extremely.
Trying to be like, it's art.
Right. Very, very bizarre. Extremely weird. Just all around. It honestly freaked me out. I was like, why are they doing any of this? Just genuinely so fucking bizarre. And so it opened up the conversation to people who work with Balenciaga, like Kim Kardashian, other people. Are they going to speak up? Are they still going to work with Balenciaga? I think that Balenciaga could have gotten past the initial campaign with the kids and the bears. Like they could have been like, oh, our vision, we totally had something else in our mind. And, we now see what people are seeing in terms of how this is like in very poor taste and whatever. But then they had to double down with the weird court documents, and it just got really disturbing.
Yeah, and of course, because of the way the world is, it's turned into a two-sided argument too. Like there's a side of people that are like, this is the conspiracies of the left, and they're sneaking their child pornography into all this, and they're not getting canceled the way other things would be canceled, and they're just, celebrities aren't saying anything, they're getting away with it because they're all like in pedophile rings and like all the crazy conspiracies that come out of things like that. I feel like. And then it's just like
but this one isn't a conspiracy. This is just straight up what happened.
No. But it's more like the conspiracy of, it just goes like real. It goes deeper than what happened.
Well, people are taking it deeper.
Yes, people are taking it deeper.
Rather than just being like, this
than like
the
surface level, like
happened.
This is what happened. And
I do think those celebrities speak out about certain things and then don't say things about certain things when they should just keep the same energy for everything. Yeah. Where it's like, if you're going to get mad at something else, then you need to get mad at this. It doesn't make, to me, I'm just like confused. I'm like, well, like it's like, where's the line on like what you get mad at and don't get mad at?
I don't know either. And look, Balenciaga put out a statement that said, we sincerely apologize for any offense our holiday campaign may have caused. Our plush bear bags should not have been featured with children in this campaign. We have immediately removed the campaign from all platforms. And then Hours later, they then posted, "We apologize for displaying unsettling documents in our campaign. We take this matter very seriously and are taking legal action against the parties responsible for creating the set and including unimproved items for our Spring 23 campaign photo shoot. We strongly condemn abuse of children in any form. We stand for children's safety and well-being." It's just crazy that, like, I don't even care. Like, if you are hiring an outside entity to help with photo shoots and stuff, somebody within your company must have final approval. They're seeing what's going on. Like, people were trying to blame the photographer. The photographer was like, "Hey, the set was already done when I showed up. I was just like doing what I was told to do."
Right, and then the pictures need to make it on their website somehow.
like
so somebody at Balenciaga needs to approve it and post it on the website.
Somebody's
getting fired though.
No, it's crazy.
Just because they're going to be like, well, we need to fire somebody because we need to act like it's not our fault. But, like, it is Balenciaga's fault. At the end of the day, things that are posted on their website, it goes to, I would assume, it has to go through somebody. It can't just get posted on the website. Like, somebody needs to approve that to get posted. I also think this is one of those things where it's not like, oh, everybody gets mad at everything. Like, this is not one of those cases. This is actually so bizarre.
Yeah.
Like, genuinely really weird and gross that I think people have a right to be upset at this. The people are like, you know, what about the parents of the kids and whatever? The parents of the kids have to be on set for a shoot like this.
One of the dads, I think, did like an
he
interview
did, and
with
he
Daily
was like
Mail.
defending the photographer or whatever because he was like they were just doing what they were told, and also
right. They said they felt like it wasn't weird on set.
Right. So I don't know. It's
very complicated.
I think it got weirder and weirder.
It did, and like you said, if there's so much energy for certain things. And it doesn't feel like this has gotten people's attention as much, like celebrity-wise, or making comments about it. Like Amelia Gray posted something about cancel culture, and like, when I grew up, I was taught that if you make a mistake, you learn from it, and like it's like, okay, that's fine. Yes,
like, I agree with that for certain things.
You do agree with that, but were you promoting like very gross child pedophilia, pornography, like what, like, and then you were like, oops, that was a mistake. Like,
yeah, there's a line when it comes to like, of course, I agree with that. Like, I do agree with the whole, not everyone should be canceled. Like, people should learn from their mistakes. Yeah, absolutely. I think it's ridiculous when people are like, we need to cancel this human being because they made a mistake and they're not allowed to learn from it. Then, like, all right, what are we doing here? Definitely, people should be learning from their mistakes, and not everyone should be canceled. This Balenciaga situation is just very weird. Like, it's just very bizarre. And also, it's Balenciaga as a fashion label as a whole. It's not one person that you're like, this person. It's like, what were they? And it comes down to children. Like, it's not, it's a whole other, I don't think this has to do with cancel culture. I think it's a whole other weird situation.
It always, like I said before, though, it's like, it does, because of the nature of what happened, it gets turned into a cancel culture thing, and it's reported on in that way. Like, it was all over conservative news, and like, they've turned it into a like left versus right situation, which is why people are getting mad at Kim Kardashian, because they're like, oh, you're not saying anything in this situation. It's turned into this whole ginormous web. Kim did post on her story after all week people waiting for her to say something that she hadn't said anything. Kim is definitely the first celebrity I think of when I think of Balenciaga, so I understand why the world would think the same thing too, that it's like, oh my God, Balenciaga did this. What is Kim going to do about it? She posted, I've been quiet for the past, she posted a statement and then kind of like reworded it, but it's the same idea. I've been quiet for the past few days, not because I haven't been disgusted and outraged by the recent Balenciaga campaigns, but because I wanted an opportunity to speak to their team to understand for myself how this could have happened. As a mother of four, I've been shaken by the disturbing images. The safety of children must be held with the highest regard, and any attempts to normalize child abuse of any kind should have no place in our society, period. I appreciate Balenciaga's removal of the campaigns and apology. In speaking with them, I believe they understand the seriousness of the issue and will take the necessary measures for this to never happen again. That was all in one slide. And then an hour later, she posted, which is interesting because I was like, oh, did she do this because people were like, that's not enough? Like, had more questions? But then an hour later, she posted, as for my future with Balenciaga, I am currently reevaluating my relationship with the brand, basing it off their willingness to accept accountability for something that should have never happened to begin with, and the actions I'm expecting to see them to take to protect children. So it's always interesting because you want to know, like, I wish sometimes they would share what was said in these closed door meetings, like, for Kim to just say, oh, I spoke to them and I think they'll do the necessary next steps. It's like, well, will they? Like, what did they say? Like, tell us what they said, or put out a different. Clearly, they're
even know,
working.
like, what the next steps would be. Though.
I don't
That's
know.
What's
I don't
weird.
know.
It's very strange because I really think if they posted that campaign with the Bears, and then they took that down and they were like, oh my gosh, we totally did not see what people were seeing now. Now we get it. Apologize. People would not be as mad. It was the court documents that made this whole thing like truly even weirder. Like just so weird. You're like, what are they trying to say here? Like, just really strange.
I know. And I really don't understand how celebrities that work with this brand wouldn't immediately say, I guess it's a money thing, it's like, oh, it's a high-end fashion house and they don't want to sever ties, which is just, kind of, it's just bullshit and weak behavior in my opinion. But it's like, to not share anything about it. I get now, like I said, Kim definitely is like the biggest one where people are like, Kim, you need to do something. There's so many other celebrities that work with Balenciaga that are just like skating through this that I'm just like, what do you do? Like, Nicole Kidman has a Balenciaga campaign photo on her Instagram from a week ago. That's just like an ad for Balenciaga. Delete the post. Like, you're going to still promote Balenciaga during this entire week?
I think I would just be like creeped out if I were them. I think that's what it comes down to, being like extreme. I would just be like, I'm really creeped out by you guys.
And you wouldn't want to be a part of it.
Right. You're like, I'm so creeped out that I don't want to be a part of this. And also, I have so much money anyway that like, I don't need this Balenciaga campaign.
Right. That's why I don't understand. Like, if you're Nicole Kidman, it's like, delete the picture and be like, oh, I don't want to be associated with this brand.
Yeah.
But
it's really
bizarre that people aren't doing that.
Yeah.
And like I said, like, this picture, this campaign photo of Nicole Kidman is just on her Instagram. Right. Just and it's like that for other people too. I think Teresa Giudice was wearing like a Balenciaga sweater or something. People were freaking out at her. But
she probably doesn't even know what's going on.
No, it's just like, I don't understand.
Really just creepy, bizarre. And I
don't understand the non-response. Of course, there's been just a response from the general public and talking about it, but I don't know if it's like it's Thanksgiving, it was a holiday week. People were like, I'm not doing this right now. But as far as it goes, like, celebrities that work with Balenciaga, kind of crickets.
Yeah, it is pretty bizarre. And I hope that people understand the difference between the, like, Amelia Gray story being like, I believe in people learning from their mistakes, because I do too. It's just, this is a totally separate, when it comes to
this is children and you still have to be held accountable.
It's really creepy. Like, it's very bizarre.
Yeah. And I just really don't understand. Like, even Balenciaga, I'm sure they've hired the biggest PR damage control person that they can find, which is why I feel like hasn't been a lot of comments made on their end figuring out what they're going to do moving forward. But like, if Balenciaga is going to cut ties with Kanye for what Kanye said, where is that feeling for this topic? I don't know. It's
very strange.
Very strange. Very strange. Maybe they just don't think it's as bad, which is wild. But this is, like you said, children. Not like
really weird.
Really very, very creepy.
eHarmony wants you to discover what real connection feels like. Their app helps you highlight more of your personality so you can meet people who like you for you. Does your dating profile actually feel like you, or is it a bite-sized, overly curated version of you? You know, you're putting up the best pictures of yourself, you're putting up little funny quotes or whatever it is, but that's not truly you. eHarmony's personality quiz is designed to get to the heart of what makes you you, so you could show up as your full self and meet people you really connect with. They get to know you better so you can match better and actually meet somebody who gets you. Their clever personality quiz and compatibility-based approach takes the guesswork of how to be yourself online, so you could try it for yourself and start conversations with people you actually connect with. This is all based on personality. Of course, you can see what they look like as well, but this gets to the root of it, the personality, what's going to make you click with somebody else. Are you ready to move past the swipe grind? Then try eHarmony. It's the app for people who are ready to take dating straight to the heart. You could start a conversation on eHarmony today. You could start free today. You can download the eHarmony app now. I know that I remember the first dating website that I saw was eHarmony on all the commercials. So let's get right back to the basics, guys. Go to your app store, download the eHarmony app now, or just start a conversation and start free today. Emily Ratajkowski and Pete Davidson had their first official outing at the Knicks game. Pete Davidson was dressed like a Guido from the Jersey Shore, and Emily Ratajkowski seemed like she was having a great time, beer in hand. Pete had a beer in his hand. So many questions. You got Ben Stiller and Christine right next to them.
Yeah.
You got Jordan Sparks right next to them.
Star-studded Knicks game.
It was star-studded Knicks game, and I would have loved to have been Ben Stiller or Jordan Sparks sitting next to them and just... What's the banter like? What's the vibes? Not Skinny But Not Fat had a great question on her Instagram story where she was like, what's Pete's criteria for personality in women? Because he dates all these beautiful women, all very successful, beautiful women, but they all are so different in their personality.
I don't think he has one.
So what is his type? And
beautiful?
So, right. But it's like, what... Sorry, this hair in my face. Where does he have any criteria for personality? Yeah. Does he just mesh with everybody? Is he that kind of guy?
Right. I think he might be that kind of guy because I feel like he's the funny guy. You know, he can make everyone laugh. So it's like,
but doesn't he want a girl who can make him laugh too?
Yeah, I don't know if that's super high on his list.
I did see a video where Emily Ratajkowski was talking to him and he was laughing.
Yeah,
so it looked like she was making him laugh.
You would laugh at anything Emily Ratajkowski said. You know what I'm saying?
No, it makes a good point.
Yeah, I mean, it's Emily Ratajkowski, so also Pete's like, I'm going to laugh. Oh, I mean, maybe I'm sure she is funny, though, because sometimes she makes TikToks where I'm like, that was good. Sometimes I see other stuff and I'm like, but besides the point.
Yeah.
I just think that this whole thing is like Emily Ratajkowski. They make sense to me as a couple more than Kim and Pete, although I did love Kim and Pete together because it was so like, what's going on? And they were funny together. But when I see Emily Ratajkowski and Pete Davidson together, I'm like, comedian, model, New York. Makes sense.
I just think the go-to move now is like, hey, you get out of a relationship, divorce, whatever it is, and you think, who should be my in-between guy before I get back out there into the dating world? And everyone falls on Pete Davidson.
I think that Emily Ratajkowski was like, my husband is a cheating liar. Who better to be seen out with than Pete Davidson? Yeah. Right? Like her husband's sitting at home like, fuck.
This is also very...
She's getting that Pete Davidson dick.
Fairly curated, I would have to say. It's very early on to be like, we're going courtside at a Knicks game. You want the whole world to see you when you're doing that. Yeah.
Her cheating husband.
You want everyone to know you're courtside with Pete Davidson. And Pete Davidson wants everyone to know he's courtside with Emily Ratajkowski.
Fair enough. I think if you're in Emily Ratajkowski's shoes and you're in Pete Davidson's shoes, you're like, hell yeah, I want to be seen out with Emily Ratajkowski. And yes, I want my cheating husband to see me out with Pete Davidson because I think it's probably every guy's nightmare now. Like, oh my God, my woman slept up by Pete Davidson. Like it's just crazy to think about. And I'm sure they do get along. I'm sure they're having fun. And it's never the end all be all with Pete.
No.
You know, why?
He's on a streak of moms now.
Yeah, he's.
Look, Pete's here for a good time, not a long time.
It's
You
tough
know,
that
that's what
her.
it seems like.
It's tough
In my
that,
opinion, that's what it seems like.
that her kid really looks like the dad.
He really
He's
does
like a
look
little
her
mini
dad.
me.
So
yeah,
much, like
so
nothing
much.
like her.
The
I love the name Sly though.
Yeah, Pete really was rocking a look like he looked like he could have been a part of the Jersey Shore intro, like the original Jersey Shore cast intro when they're like,
He looks like one of the friends that came
you know,
over one night.
like when they're that
Jersey
was
Shore.
like the look he was rocking, which is fine.
He had gel and a blow
I'm
dryer
not sure
to his
what.
head.
Yeah, I would. Not my fave.
Not my fave.
hairstyle
Not
from
my
him.
fave.
Not my fave. I would say. I'm down for a tracksuit. Fine for me. You want to rock a good tracksuit? Go right ahead. But the hair for me is where he lost me.
Yeah.
I also look. Bright lights, big city. It's a New York Knicks, and you're courtside, and it's bright those basketball games. But the sunglasses always kill me too. Like when
Maybe
you're
he was
sitting
high.
fucking courtside at a basketball game, and you're gonna have your sunglasses on the whole time.
The thing is, it's just like he looks cooler with them. You know.
Yeah, of course.
Like at
It's
that point, when you're that
just-
famous, you can now do whatever. You can wear whatever you want. You can do whatever you want.
Yeah.
And I didn't even think twice about the sunglasses. But now
It's
that you
just
said it,
objectively
yes.
funny to be wearing sunglasses courtside at a basketball
Right.
game.
Maybe he's high. Who knows if he smokes still? Who knows if he doesn't? But maybe that was the case.
Yeah.
I thought to myself, does Emily Ratajkowski enjoy beer? Or did she get a beer because Pete Davidson got
I
one?
saw people commenting about like the beer with lids, but they make you do
That's
that.
all.
They make you do
They
that.
do
That's
that.
a- that's
Especially
a
on
thing.
the court.
Right.
Like,
I didn't think that had
That's
anything to do
Madison
with
Square
them.
Garden straw beer, baby. Those bad boys hit.
Right.
You have to have a lid on them. I like to put a straw in there. Ooh.
Yeah, I'm not like a big beer drinker.
Yeah.
So I don't know if I would have gotten a beer if Pete got a beer. I maybe got like a hard
whatever you
alcohol
get,
drink.
Pete.
Yeah, I know you're at a sporting event.
Right,
Maybe you're in
beer
the
is the
hype. It's just
go-to.
like you're like, oh, babe, get me a beer.
Right. Oh, you're getting one. Get me one
Yeah,
too.
just get me
But
a
I
beer.
think maybe if I'm like first dating somebody, I'm like just get me like a vodka soda.
Yeah, maybe.
You would just be doing shots. on
Yeah,
the
like I'm like
court.
just like let's get straight to the point here.
Yeah, but maybe Emily was like, I'm gonna be a cool beer girl.
Yeah, I'm having a beer with Pete.
I'm gonna be a cool beer girl. But yeah, like you said, it was funny just to see the line of celebs.
You know what's
Around
crazy
them.
though? Like she has to get home to her kid. Right? Like she's having a good time with Pete. You don't know where the night's
Yeah.
going and
Well, I'm sure she has a babysitter
No,
or a nanny.
but she made a TikTok like right at like last night.
Yeah.
Or this morning she posted
Yeah.
it with her kid. So I was like,
Do you think that's like,
maybe
hey,
that
I'm
was-
still a good mom?
No, but yeah, maybe that was at another time. You don't know
maybe
if that
you
was
don't
in
know,
real
but
time.
in my head I'm like if she doesn't have if the babysitter's only watching for like an extended period of time
Yeah.
and she's like, "Oh, like I want to go home with Pete, but I got to get home to my kid."
Maybe it's a way to play a little hard to get.
That is true too.
You know, she's not giving it all
Hey,
away.
he doesn't shy away from kids.
No, he does not.
Pete Davidson has big stepfather vibes.
Yeah, and
Hey, stepdaddy's
yeah,
here.
he's look. It has no issue. Let's not forget about Kate Beckinsale.
Yeah. How many
So-
moms has he been with?
He doesn't discriminate.
3?
I mean, as far as we know,
Right. He's probably been with a ton of moms.
Yeah, true.
yeah. As far as we know,
You know who I'd
the number
love
could
to
be so
see?
much more.
Pete Davidson with, which would be so funny. Just like as a one night fling. Jennifer Coolidge.
Oh,
No.
Imagine Jennifer Coolidge and Pete Davidson. Like Jennifer Coolidge is like, yeah, I fucked Pete Davidson.
yeah.
Because she
Well,
talks
that's what
about
I
how
always
she
used to
slept
think of
with
Martha Stewart.
She slept with over 200 men after she played in American Pie.
Yeah.
You know,
She was Stifler's mom.
I'm trying to think of like who would be shocking. Like, wow, I didn't think he could. The only name that came to mind was Margot Robbie. Like, if he ended up,
She's married.
She's married, but
Yeah.
oh wait,
But, like,
hey,
doesn't matter.
doesn't matter.
she's married. But if that were to fall apart and the first guy she dated was Pete Davidson, I would not be surprised.
no, not at all.
I think I
not
would.
even
Margot
a-
Robbie.
I wouldn't
not
be surprised
even a little bit
at all.
You're gonna put Margot Robbie that much higher than Emily Ratajkowski?
in terms of like, this is gonna turn into the whole Jennifer Aniston
No,
discussion.
Oh,
we're
no,
not,
no,
please
no,
like
don't.
no,
she's,
we're not
she's
doing
an
it.
Oscar-winning actress. You know, like.
Pete can't date Oscar-winning actresses.
But I'm just
He
saying,
was with the
Yeah.
most famous girl in the world,
literally,
Kim
Kim
Kardashian.
Kardashian is maybe the most famous woman on this planet.
but different worlds again. Different worlds.
No, all one world. The one
Hollywood.
world we're all living in. The one world that we're all living in. She is.
Okay, fine.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
not that Kim Kardashian.
We're not debating the fucking
is-
Hollywood
like, I'm
versus
sure-
movies versus reality. Like the
There
world
is a
we all
difference,
live
though.
in.
I'm sure Margot Robbie would say that Kim Kardashian is the most famous woman in the world as well.
Oh, I'm not debating that Kim Kardashian's more famous than Margot Robbie. I'm just saying.
No, we're not.
You think Oscar-nominated actresses hold
Not
their
just
guys
Oscar.
to a
I'm just
higher
saying,
standard?
like, just being like a
They
respected.
They don't date Pete Davidson.
She's just a more respectable woman because she's won an Oscar.
like
Not that, like
that's
not,
kind of what you're saying.
No, it is what I'm saying, but not just because of the Oscar, just because she's like a respected actress, serious actress.
Respected, serious actress makes her more dateable than Emily Ratajkowski.
Phoebe Dynevor was a very respected actress. Emily Ratajkowski, a very respected model.
This is a tough argument right here. You're
No,
coming
I'm
off
sticking
a
with it.
little.
Kate Beckinsale, respected actress.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I honestly.
No,
Is she?
And here's
Is
going to be
she?
the thing. People are be like, oh, you guys always argue with Noah, or the other side of it. Noah, why you have to say that stuff?
Yeah. Well, he's just like, you know.
I really.
I think you don't realize when you say that, but it comes off
It
like
comes
you're
off-
degrading the other women that they're not good enough.
Yes, it does.
No, they're plenty good.
And
enough.
I'm just letting you know that's how it comes across.
I hold you to a higher standard than that. I always say that you're a respectful guy.
I
to
am.
women.
I know.
I am.
And this is not a
Listen.
respectful comment you're making right now.
Fine, whatever.
It's true.
It's true.
true.
It's true.
No,
I gotta go with Fran.
I get it, but I think it's just. I just think maybe not every actress. I'm sure there's some that would date Pete Davidson. I just don't think Margot Robbie would.
I honestly hope that Margot Robbie, like for the,
It just comes down to your argument.
I
It's
want
not
Margot
even the person.
I want Margot Robbie and her husband to succeed and be happy
Yeah.
together. But God forbid they get a divorce. I hope Margot Robbie calls up Pete Davidson that
I hope
day.
they are courtside at the Knicks ASAP.
I hope she calls him up that day and says, "Pick me up right now."
Pick me up on the curb of your
of
apartment.
my
Like if
Westville
they were in a
apartment.
movie together, she got divorced and then they were in a movie together, maybe I could see it. But just like
You don't think that Margot Robbie and Pete Davidson could somehow be in the same room without them doing a movie together?
I just no. I mean, no, they could. They could.
It almost feels like you're not respecting Pete Davidson at this point either, with the amount of
Well, not.
numbers he's putting up.
No, I am respecting his.
He dated Kim Kardashian.
I know, but I'm saying like.
Noah's talking about him as a person, which is just
No, I'm
even
not. I'm talking only about like.
their careers.
Yeah.
Well, that does not matter
I
when
think-
you're dating
But my
someone.
argument is that I think
A
it
lot
does
of the
matter in
time.
Hollywood.
Margot Robbie is dating an unknown guy.
Yeah.
Which is different than dating a very known guy who's just dating everyone. Whatever. This is dumb.
All right.
Anyways,
Anyway.
I think that all of the women that Pete dated are
Pete
all
women.
very respectful
Yes.
and successful,
Very
beautiful
successful,
women.
beautiful, strong women.
Never
And-
said that they weren't.
And
Well,
I
you
think
said they're not Oscar winning.
They aren't.
hey, they're good, but they haven't
Oh,
won an Oscar.
Yeah.
Like, what
So
the hell?
therefore, just knock them down a few pegs.
Yeah. Anyways, Pete and
Anyway, I will say though that it's. I don't think Pete ever really dates for publicity, but I do think that the moves they're making are very like screaming, "Hey, check us out." Just a little update on the Love is Blind, SK, and Raven situation. When the last time we talked about them, they had said, they were pursuing like legal action. We were all like, what the fuck does that mean? But now I guess SK is pursuing legal action against the women who have accused him of cheating. Defamation, I guess. I don't know what route you could take. But he posted on his story saying, Raven and I left the Love is Blind altar as single individuals who went back to dating other people. While our journey back together hasn't been straightforward, the unique emotional connection we developed from this experience kept us together as friends and helped rekindle our relationship after the fact. These allegations have been falsely misrepresented with malicious intent, and we are actively pursuing legal actions against some of the accusers involved. I'm deeply sorry for the pain this has caused Raven, my family, and everyone involved. Raven and I will continue to support each other and wish nothing but love. Happy Thanksgiving. Now, if this were the case, right, and it was like, oh, we were single, we were seeing other people, we came back together, wouldn't they still be together now?
I am so confused by this whole thing because I'm taking it in a way where it's like, if you truly didn't cheat on her, right?
Yeah.
Wouldn't you just be like, brush it off. Be like, listen, these people are nuts. I didn't cheat on you.
Yeah.
They're trying to make me look bad. The suing and the filing legal action to me is like, what's going on here?
I would also like to see proof of that, because sometimes I feel like people throw that around and they don't actually do it. They do it to like scare people.
Right. And it's like,
you're going to hire lawyers for this?
Right,
You're
like-
going to pay someone? Like,
I don't think
you
I
have
would-
the money for that?
if someone was like, I don't think I'm hiring lawyers to be like, I didn't cheat. Like,
Yeah.
Especially when it's not a marriage.
Right. And
Like,
it's something that's incredibly hard to prove.
it really is. And I'm so confused by this whole thing. Like,
Yeah.
were they together? Were they not together? They said that they went to dating other people. Then they found their way back to each other. So was it cheating? Was it not cheating? Did he even cheat?
Yeah.
Did he cheat? Is Raven with him? If she's not, if Raven's not going to be with him no matter what, then what? Like,
Right. Then what's the point?
What's the point of all this?
Like, it's really like, at the end of the day,
course-
people are still going to think he cheated, and regardless of the statements he puts out, I'm gonna lean to the fact that he was probably lying to these women and Raven at the same time, because even if you were technically single and you were talking to other people, I'm sure he wasn't openly giving all the details of that to Raven and vice versa.
Yeah, and I understand if he really didn't, and he's like really upset right now because he's like, my name is being smeared and I didn't do any of this. It just feels like there's other ways to go about it, but maybe he is doing that behind the scenes.
Pictures and
Right.
all
When
this
there's
stuff.
like, yeah, I don't know. It's hard. Like, when you don't know exactly when they were dating, when they were not dating, they don't know when they were dating or not dating. It's hard to say if he was cheating or not cheating.
Right.
I just think the legal action is crazy.
Right. And
Like,
it's
I've
also-
never heard of someone filing legal action because someone said he's cheating when they didn't.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's like, are you that famous?
right. That's exactly what I was gonna say. It's just like the people obsess over Love Is Blind. It's a great show. Everyone wants to watch. The hype around it is real. And of course you follow people, you follow their journey after the show and you want to see what goes on. But, you know, it's not groundbreaking. The world doesn't stop when something like this happens in the Love Is Blind community.
I think everybody's moved on besides maybe SK and Raven. Like, they're still dealing with it. But at the end of the day, when somebody leaves a comment, they leave a comment and get on with their day.
Yeah.
Like, they're not thinking about if SK cheated on Raven 24 hours a day. Like, Raven is probably thinking about it.
Right. So
And
maybe
it probably
I don't know.
feels really big to them.
Yeah.
But in like the grand scheme of things, not that big.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I just think the legal action's like a little
seems
much.
It seems to be taking it a little too far, probably.
Yeah. Dipsea has you covered for all stories and all aspects of your life that are filled with sexy audio stories. And now they have brand new written stories and they have sleep stories. So maybe you're laying in bed and whether you want to be turned on or whether you want to go to sleep, they have options all for you. No matter who you're into or what turned you on, Dipsea helps bring the stories to life anytime, anywhere. You can close your eyes and let yourself get lost in a world where only good things happen and pleasure is your only priority, whether that pleasure is pleasuring yourself or whether that pleasure is just getting a good night's sleep. You can explore your fantasies in a safe, shame-free way with Dipsea. There are hundreds of stories to choose from and they release new content every week, so there's always more to explore. And they also have wellness sessions to help you wind down and explore, and also sleep sessions to help you drift off. That's why Dipsea is great. Whether you're looking for something to get you in the mood or you're looking for something to put you to sleep, Dipsea has you covered. For listeners of the show, Dipsea is offering an extended 30-day free trial when you go to dipseastories.com/chicks. That's 30 days of full access for free when you go to DIPSEA stories.com/chicks. dipseastories.com/chicks.
There's been an ongoing conversation about Nepo babies, which is a term that has been used, I would say, you know, recently. It's like not a new concept, but a new name for it, really, that there's all these kids of celebrities and the opportunities they get and nepotism, and they've all gotten this blanket label of Nepo baby, which clearly a lot of them don't like, which is super fair. But it's been talked about a lot, especially after Lily Rose Depp did an interview with Elle where she talked about, you know, having her parents be celebrities and that, like they, you know, the internet now cares so much about who your family is. And a lot of people in this position have been speaking about it, or they're being asked about it because it's a hot topic. So Lily Rose Depp was talking about it. Lily Collins was just asked about it as well. So I think it's like something that really comes up a lot now, but it is like, I don't know, what Lily Rose Depp said made people scratch their heads. And then Ireland Baldwin made a TikTok about it, and I felt like what she said really made a lot of sense. But she says in her Elle interview, Lily Rose Depp said she found it interesting that she rarely hears anyone refer to a man as a Nepo baby, but she said, it's weird to me to reduce somebody to the idea that they're only there because it's a generational thing. It just doesn't make any sense. If somebody's mom or dad is a doctor and then the kid becomes a doctor, you're not going to be like, well, you're only a doctor because your parent is a doctor. It's like, no, I went to medical school and trained. Ever careful, she's quick to add that she is by no means comparing her own work to that of someone in the medical field. She said, I just hear it a lot more about women. I don't think it's a coincidence.
Just a crazy comparison. Like, you need to get a license to become a doctor. You don't need a license to become an actress or model.
Right. It's a tough comparison. It's not the one that makes the most sense. Nepotism is something that exists across every like career path, maybe not every, but a lot of them. Even if you want to use the doctor example, like, yes, you have to go to school to be a doctor, you have to take tests, you have to everything. It's a long process. We all know that to become a doctor, it's very serious. But if you have parents who are doctors and they're successful and have done well for themselves, that maybe when you become a doctor, getting a job at a hospital where your parents know a lot of people could be helpful. Yes. And that's nepotism. So right. It definitely exists across a lot of fields, but it's more like you just have to acknowledge those things and not just, and yes, you are working hard. Of course, you are putting in the time, you are working hard. And if you get those opportunities and you fail, then that says a lot. But a lot of these kids get these opportunities and then they are very successful.
Right. Like Lily Rose Depp wouldn't be able to walk in Chanel at 5'3" if her dad was not Johnny Depp.
Right.
That's just a fact.
Right.
That's just a fact. There has never been a 5'3" model who has walked in a runway show.
Yeah.
Besides if it was a all-inclusive runway show where they have models of all different shapes and sizes.
Old school.
Chanel is not putting a 5'3" model in their show.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just the acknowledgement. So like Ireland Baldwin had posted a TikTok and it did make a lot of sense on what she said. You know, she said, first of all, I do think Lily Rose Depp is beautiful. She's very capable of being a model. Like, she's proven herself that she can do it, of course. But that there are ways, you know, that you get in the door because of who your parents are. She said, in anything that I pursue and anything that I do in my life, people are always going to say I have what I have because of my parents, which is true. I wouldn't be where I am. I wouldn't have gotten where I am and been able to do what I can do if it weren't for my parents. And I think really where you go wrong is denying that. You can continue to work hard and be your own person, and either you're talented, either you're capable, or you're not, which makes that, I think she sums it up perfectly. It's like, all these kids are getting opportunities, yes, because of who their parents are, and you can hate that. You can think that that's wrong, but it exists, and it's what they do with those opportunities. They could walk in the door and into an acting job and be god-awful, and they're not going to, we're going to go see watch the TV show or go see the movie that they're in. You're like, geez, he or she was really bad. Mm-hmm. And maybe they don't get more opportunities, but when it comes to just like working hard. They all work hard. But yeah, I think it's different. I think modeling is different too because, you know, they're beautiful people. And yeah, they get the opportunity to go walk in the door and it's going to help them. It's just just what's going to happen. There was a shit.
And I think it's okay. Like if they were just like, yeah, you know, it helps, then people will be like, yeah, good for you. You know, that's how I look at it. Like, all right, good for them. And they got to get through the door.
Yeah.
They're acknowledging that, but they're still very talented and successful. Just because their parents or somebody doesn't mean they can't be talented and successful.
Yeah. Look, we're obviously not in this field, right? Like we're not in the modeling world. There's a grind that these people go through that we have not experienced, but there is,
especially when you're 5'3". Like you don't just you don't just be you know.
Yeah.
Not a lot of 5'3" girls are just becoming models.
Yeah. There was an Italian model, Vittoria Ceretti. She's big time. You know, she's done campaigns for Chanel, Prada, Versace, all big names. She's been called like a modern day supermodel. And she commented on the Lily Rose Depp conversation, really just like in an Instagram story. She wrote, I just want to share a thought here because I can. I bumped into an interview of a so-called Nepo baby or whatever y'all call it. Basically privileged daughter, son, cousin, niece, nephew, whatever of some kind of celebrity. Let me tell you something. Yes, I get the whole I'm here and I work hard for it, but I would really love to see if you would have lasted through the first 5 years of my career. Not only being rejected, because I know you have an experience with it and you can tell me your sad little story about it. Even at the end of the day, you can still always go cry on your dad's couch in your villa in Malibu. But how about not being able to pay for your flight back home to your family? Waiting hours to do a fitting casting just to see a Nepo baby walk past you from the warm seat of his Mercedes with his driver and his friend assistant agent taking care of his mental health. You have no fucking idea how much you have to fight to make people respect you. It takes years. You just get it by free day one. I have many Nepo baby friends whom I respect, but I can't stand listening to you compare yourself to me. I was not born on a comfy, sexy pillow with a view. I know it's not your fault, but please appreciate and know the place you came from. Love, V. She didn't mince her words for sure, but that's clearly how she feels, and she's in the industry, and like you said, she's probably experienced maybe losing campaigns to these kids or something like that. But it's just the act of acknowledging it would really go so far. I think that's really all. What
it's not
people
even
are
about
asking
acknowledging it. It's about not saying things like that. It doesn't matter, right? Like you can, you know. It's not like Bella Hadid is always saying, you know, my mom and my dad and this. People just respect Bella Hadid because she's never said, it's not because of them. You know what I mean? It's just about not saying that. Like Lily,
these people are being
Rose,
directly asked about it now is the thing, because I think the Nepo baby conversation is so
if you're
huge
asked, then of course
they're being asked about it.
Right. If you're asked, then of course you want to give the right answer. And Lily Rose Depp just didn't do that. Like she just gave kind of an absurd answer to the question.
Yeah, I do think that you really just, in those situations, it goes a long way to be like, yeah, you can acknowledge that you work hard and you're proud of the work that you've done, but you can also acknowledge that you got a lot of opportunities because of who your parents are. Mm-hmm. And that's just facts.
Right. And that's fine.
Yeah.
If my mom was Kris Jenner.
Right.
I would be real happy.
Totally.
I love my mom, but you know, it's like, of course, if you can have those experiences and those doors open, you're going to be happy about it.
Yeah, exactly. It's more just like the denial of like, I'm working hard and it's not because of my parents. It's like, no one's saying you're not working hard. It's just like, you have to acknowledge that it might be a little easier.
Yes.
We have a great game of trivia coming up, guys. The holidays are on their way, and so are the festivities that come along with them. But in between the shindigs and socializing, it's important to pause and make time for the little moments too. So take a second or two to chill this holiday season with Coors Light, the beer that's made to chill. And right now, you can enter for a chance to win a Coors Light Chill Holiday Kit, which you can stay tuned for details on how to enter. You take a break from the holiday hustle with Coors Light. You guys know the mountains on the bottles and cans turn blue when your beer is cold. That way, you always know when it's time to chill. When you need to hit reset, just open a Coors Light mountain cold refreshment. For me, those Sunday afternoons where I can reach into my fridge, grab a cold Coors Light, sit on the couch, watch some football, have some me time. That is the chill time for me. So make time to chill this holiday season and reach for the beer that's made to chill. Go to CoorsLight.com/chicks for your chance to win an exclusive chill holiday kit, complete with sweatsuit, beanie, socks, and gift cards. No purchase necessary. This ends 1/2/23 at 11:59 p.m. CT. Must be legal resident of the 50 USDC, 21 years of age or older. Void where prohibited. See official rules at believeandchill.com for entry instructions, odds, prizes, restrictions, etc. Always celebrate responsibly. From Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back for another game of Beat Rhea and Fran. This is game 57, and we are joined by the lovely Gage and Reed from the heavy metal rock band, Gage and Reed. Thanks for joining, guys.
Thank you guys for having us.
So we got on, and I said their names, and then she was like, you can call me Gage, and I'm Reed. And I was like, shit, I'm intimidated by these names.
Absolutely. It's great. I'm very looking forward to this game. We're going to get into it. It's 15 questions, 15 rounds. If you get a question wrong, the other team can steal the points. To determine who goes first, Noah's going to give us a movie. We're going to take a guess on Rotten Tomatoes score, critic score. Whoever's closest will get to go first. I am coming off a accurate pick. Just nailing that pick.
We're coming off a hot last game.
We were hot last week,
and
so perhaps we'll cool down.
I watched
stay hot.
I watched Couples Retreat this weekend, so maybe that's a little good luck. That's where the Rotten Tomatoes discussion always came from. You know, I don't know. Just throwing it out there.
Okay. So, Noah, what is today's movie?
Today's movie is Focus with Will Smith and Margot Robbie. Ever seen it?
No.
Oh, good movie.
But that's where
I think so.
the rumors came from of Will Smith and Margot Robbie.
Focus.
I've seen parts of it.
Focus.
Can you give me a genre?
I would say action.
Action.
Okay.
All right, ladies, one of you goes first.
Reed, do you want to go first because you're the oldest?
I will guess 63.
I'm gonna go 34.
I'll go a little bit lower. I'll go 50, just flat 50.
$26.
It's 56, so
Ooh.
63 is the closest.
Nice.
Yeah.
There we go.
Let's go.
Really just a straight down the middle movie, huh?
It's a solid watch. Nothing amazing, but it's entertaining. Some good acting. Yeah.
I don't know a single thing about it.
Really?
Yeah, no.
Not a one.
No.
They're at the
Same.
Super Bowl, one of the scenes.
No.
All right.
Not ringing any bells.
Okay. Well, first question to Gage and Reed. Shout out Cecilia from Atlanta. What is the special filing cabinet for memos or faxes from corporate in the office?
Oh, I think it's just a paper box. I want to say it's just a paper box that Toby keeps in the annex. You've never seen The Office, right, Reed?
Nope.
No.
It's all you.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's just
10 seconds.
it's just like a paper box or a banker's box that they have with Toby. So yeah, that's what I'll go with. Final answer.
Incorrect.
Can you read that question again?
What is the special filing cabinet for memos or faxes from corporate in the office?
Is there a name for I don't know any office trivia.
Maybe it's just called the special filing cabinet for
corporate.
for what he just said.
I don't even have
That's
like, a
my
guess.
answer.
Yeah.
Incorrect. It's the trash can.
I knew it. I knew it
Call
after I
it the
said
trash
it.
can.
Yeah, he's like, Pam, don't you know, like, we have a special cabinet for that? She's like, no, I didn't know that. And then he just throws it in the trash.
Oh.
Michael.
Yeah. Sure.
Okay.
I was thinking of Toby's complaint box.
Yeah.
Dwight's complaints.
Yeah.
Damn.
All right.
All right.
Still 0-0. Question number 2. Shout out Darien from Saratoga Springs. This is to Rhea and Fran. What is the meaning behind the titles of each Grey's Anatomy episode? There's a common denominator. That's another way of saying it. Of every Grey's Anatomy episode title.
There is.
There is. 15 seconds.
I don't know. I've never looked at the titles of the episodes for Grey's Anatomy. Or, I mean, I'm sure I have. Just haven't registered.
5
I
seconds.
have
Are they
literally
surgical
no
procedures?
Idea. No.
Surgical
Yeah,
procedures.
Incorrect. To gauge and read.
Wow.
They're kind of deep meanings, aren't they? They have some. They're like not song lyrics, but they
It's always something dramatic that's
Yeah.
going to happen in the episode related to
15
some person or
seconds.
other. It's probably something Meredith says. I'm going to go with the line that Meredith says.
Yeah, we'll go with that. Final.
Incorrect. They're all song titles.
You know what?
Oh,
Damn.
You know, I was
When you said song
I was
lyrics, I said, she's onto something there.
I was
Yeah.
weirdly thinking that, but then I was like, there's been so many episodes. How could they all be a song title?
Think
a lot
of
of
how many
songs out there.
songs are out there.
Yeah, that just have to do with an
The
episode.
one- what song do you think of when you think of Grey's Anatomy? First song.
Chasing Cars.
Yeah, Chasing Cars. How to Save a
Chasing-
Life.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
mhm.
Chasing Cars, though. What a song.
Chasing
a great
Cars
song.
always makes me think of Grey's Anatomy.
Okay.
Always.
Still 0-0. And this is the question number 3.
And the musical episode of Grey's Anatomy.
I don't know if I ever saw
Oh,
that
they
one.
did a musical episode.
That's
It's
terrible.
so-
Banger.
It is an objectively hilarious episode. They just break out in song like in traumatic moments.
That's brutal.
Oh gosh.
Okay. Question number 3 to Gage and Reed. Shout out Jordan from Boston. What celebrity got kidnapped in front of a crowd of people as a prank for Jackass?
A celebrity.
These are funky questions.
Kidnapped in front of an audience for Jackass.
Can I just ask a clarifying question, Noah? It wasn't one of the main
No.
characters
It's
or-
it's
okay.
a big celebrity.
an actual celebrity. Okay. Oh god, that can
in
be
public. Not in like an audience type. It's like in public.
That-
5 seconds.
that's so hard because it could literally be anybody.
All right, time.
Well, Justin Timberlake, final answer.
I was
don't
just
know.
going to say that.
Incorrect.
No
idea.
idea.
It's like Paris Hilton.
I have no
I
idea.
have no idea either.
Go with that.
Paris Hilton.
Incorrect. Brad Pitt.
Cool.
What?
It's a funny
What?
video. You should watch it though.
Cool. Is that in
Oh my
from the
gosh.
show or the movies or
I think it's a show, but I'm
From
not
the
100%
show?
sure.
One
But
of the shows. Oh
the
gosh.
people, he gets like taken into a van, and everyone around the area is like, "Oh my god!" Like Brad Pitt just got kidnapped.
wow? Can't say I really am up on my Jackass trivia either.
Okay, still 0-0. Question number 4 to Rhea and Fran. Shout out Monica from Vancouver. Drake and 21 Savage each name drop a different major male pop artist, saying they get the same level of streams on their song Major Distribution. Who are the 2 pop artists they both mention?
Harry Styles and Zayn.
Final answer.
Yeah.
Incorrect.
Well,
Incorrect.
okay, but I know the other one that you're about to say, but pop artists would be.
Hold on. Let them
Yeah,
answer, and then we'll argue with the judge.
Okay. If if this is off the newest album, I just listened to it a couple days ago and I don't remember. I don't remember at all. I literally listened to it Friday at work. But I mean, if it's Harry Styles, who's another pop artist? Maybe like Jack Harlow
Besides
or
Justin Bieber.
yeah, I mean Bieber could be it.
All right, 5 seconds.
Yeah. We'll just go Harry Styles and Justin Bieber.
Harry Styles and Justin Bieber. Final
Bad
answer.
Bunny, but Zayn is also mentioned.
I said both of them mentioned one. Drake says, the lyric is, Drake says, Bad Bunny numbers, it's a robbery. Then 21 Savage says, Harry Styles numbers, it's a robbery.
But 21 Savage also says
But
Zayn.
he says Zayn after, but it has nothing to do with, he doesn't, there's 2 lines that they both say. saying
Okay.
that they get the same amount
Okay,
of
but
numbers.
so
in
the
streams.
question is just not very clear because
No, it is.
Was the question that they say the same line?
Drake and 20 Savage each name drop a different major male pop artist, saying that they get their level of streams on their song Major Distribution. Who are the two pop artists both mentioned? Drake says Harry Styles. Drake says Bad Bunny. 21 Savage
I get what
says
you're
Drake.
saying. It's just hard question because
Zayn is mentioned, but it's after Harry Styles.
yeah, it's a hard
and
question. It's a hard written question. That's a trick question. Not a trick question, but it's written to try and trick you up.
All right, question number 5 to gauge and read. Still 0-0. Shout out Abby from St. Louis, who is on game 29.
I jinxed us by mentioning the hot start last week.
Yeah. Okay. Match these one-name singers to their last names. I'm gonna give the 4 names, and then the 4 celebrities, and then the 4 last names. Adele, Madonna, Her, Halsey, Frangipane, Wilson, Adkins, Cison.
I'm sure you're definitely saying all those right.
Probably not.
Can you say the last names again, Noah?
Yes. 1, Frangipane. 2, Wilson. 3, Adkins. 4, Cison. That's the one I'm probably not saying correctly. It's Ciccone.
Ciccone.
Oh, I think it's Ciccone.
Ciccone.
Oh,
So I
God.
think
I'm not
that
Italian.
last one. I think that last one is Halsey. I want to say that she's pretty Italian.
Very Italian.
Yeah. Adele. I don't know. I don't know Adele. Madonna. I literally Wikipedia'd her the other day. I think she has
10
multiple
seconds.
last names or multiple middle names. Okay. All right. I've got something. All right. We're gonna go. Frangipane, Madonna, Wilson, Adele, Adkins, Her, and Ciccone, Halsey. Does that sound okay, Reed?
Sounds good to me.
It's a shot in the dark. Yeah, let's go with it. Final answer.
Incorrect.
Switch Adele and Her. I think those are right. Besides, I know for a fact Adele is Atkins because she talks about how like Adele Atkins would have been a terrible name.
okay.
So Adele Atkins, Her, Wilson, Madonna, the one that you said that starts with an F.
Yep.
Frangipane.
Yeah, and Halsey, Ciccone. Yeah.
Incorrect. You're 1 off. It's Adele is Adkins, Her is Wilson, but Madonna is the
Madonna's Ciccone.
Ciccone, and then Halsey is Frangipane.
Oh, I kind of thought that.
Halsey's
What a
name is
name.
Ashley Frangipane.
Yeah.
I kind of thought that
I knew
about
her first name was Ashley.
I felt that about.
And her is
Halsey.
Gabriella Wilson.
Yeah.
Is her name. All right. Still 0-0.
Jesus.
Question
Boy.
number 6. Shout out CL. This is to Rhea and Fran. What does Ariana Grande's husband, Dalton Gomez, do for a living?
He's a real estate.
Yeah, I think he's a
agent,
real estate agent.
broker. Real estate broker. Final answer.
Correct. All right. On the board.
Yay.
1-0.
That one too.
Okay. Question number 7 to gauge and read. Shout out Gionna from New Jersey.
You want to spell that out?
Gionna.
Gianna.
Would it be Gianna? That would be
Yeah.
A, wouldn't
Yeah, the O in the middle there is throwing me off.
it? Okay. What rock artist did Audrina date in MTV's The Hills?
Rock artist. Oh my
Oh,
god.
He had this spiky hair, Ryan.
Ryan Cabrera. Ryan Cabrera.
Yes, Ryan Cabrera. Final
Yes.
answer.
Correct.
Yes!
Ryan Cabrera.
Yes. Hell yeah, buddy.
All right. Tied up at 1. This is question number 8 to Rhea and Fran. Shout out Ellie from Detroit. In the kissing booth, what is Elle and Lee's favorite arcade game?
Dance
Dance Revolution.
Final
Dance
answer.
Dance Revolution. Final answer.
Correct. All right. 2-1. Rhea and Fran. This is question number 9 to Gage and Reed. Shout out Allison from Reading, Pennsylvania. To Reed. What cartoon character introduced Travis Scott during the 2019 Super Bowl halftime show?
Oh gosh. Who was the 2019 Super Bowl halftime show? Was that the Timberlake one?
15
I want to
seconds.
say it was SpongeBob because I feel like SpongeBob was a part of one of the Super Bowls. They joked
feel
about it.
I feel like that could check out for
5 seconds.
Either that or it was Rick and
For
Morty.
for Travis Scott. He said character, so do you want to just say SpongeBob?
SpongeBob.
Yeah, we'll go SpongeBob. Final answer.
Incorrect. Rhea and Fran.
Can you repeat the question?
What cartoon character introduced Travis Scott during the 2019 Super Bowl halftime show?
Cartoon character. Not SpongeBob. I thought SpongeBob was right.
Mm-hmm.
Is it Rick or Morty?
I don't know that. I
5
don't
seconds.
think it was either of them,
Oh.
but I could be wrong.
Do you have a better guess?
Time is up.
Patrick.
Morty, final answer.
Incorrect. It's Squidward.
Oh, Squidward.
Damn.
We were on the right track.
All right.
Oh.
Still 1
Oh.
all.
More Squidward.
I thought it was 2-1. It's 2-1.
2-1 Rhea and Fran.
Yep.
Just testing. They're paying attention.
Yeah.
Okay. Question number 10 to Rhea and Fran. This is I'm going to play a movie clip and you tell me what movie it's from.
Are you sure there isn't anything you want to talk to me about?
Parent Trap.
Final
Parent
answer.
Trap. Parent Trap.
Correct.
Don't even need to
Yep.
hear the rest.
How?
She's got
Because
one of
it's her
the.
voice.
She's got.
Yeah.
Chessie has a very distinct voice, and she's also in Abbott Elementary. And I watch a lot. I've been binging Abbott Elementary, so it's a very familiar.
Damn, I
voice.
thought I was going to get you because I wasn't going to play that whole soundbite. Lindsay Lohan wasn't going to say anything, so I'm like, oh, they won't know.
No, I got that at the
Yeah.
second
I
she
think
started
you could.
speaking.
I think you could.
Same.
I think you literally could play like any 5 words from the Parent Trap, and we would know it's Parent Trap.
All right. Okay. 3-1. Rhea and Fran. Question number 11 to Gage and Reed. Shout out Natalie from Virginia. In Euphoria Season 2, which musical did the girls ask Cassie if she was trying out for in the infamous bathroom scene?
Oklahoma. Yeah, Oklahoma. Final answer.
Correct. All right. 3-2 Rhea and Fran.
Very wide variety of questions today.
Yeah. Okay. Question number 12 to Rhea and Fran. Shout out Martha from Waynfleet, Canada. In the movie The Proposal, what is the occasion that brings Andrew and Margaret to Sitka, Alaska?
I've
Are
seen the
you gonna
proposal.
say
I've
you've
seen
never seen The
no.
Proposal?
I've seen the proposal, just not really like. It's not one of my favorite movies to rewatch like everybody else.
Fuck.
15 seconds.
Is it?
10 seconds.
I'm gonna go with Parents' Anniversary. I think it's
Final
Ryan
answer.
Reynolds' Parents' Anniversary. Final answer.
Incorrect.
It's Grandma's birthday. Yeah. I don't know what they call her, but it's Ryan Reynolds' grandmother's birthday. I think she turns 90, if I remember correctly, in the episode. And is played by Betty
Who is
or the
played- yeah.
show by
The Lord and
White,
Savior
yeah.
Betty White.
R.I.P.
Yeah, R.I.P. Yeah, it's Grandma's birthday. Final answer.
Correct.
Nobody's gonna believe me that I was gonna say that
No.
just as a guess because I
I-
knew Betty White was
I
in it.
did know
so
that.
I was like,
Grammy's
Just gonna-
90th birthday.
I was
I
just gonna
didn't
throw
wanna-
out there and be like, wasn't his grandma involved?
I didn't want to
Yeah.
say. In my head, I was going between anniversary and Gammy's birthday.
Yes,
Gammy is what, and
Gammy.
I was like,
Gammy.
and then I didn't want to say Gammy's birthday in case that was right and just give both answers. So I didn't say it, and it was Gammy's birthday.
Tied up at 3. 3 questions left.
Oh, let's go.
Question number 13 to Gage and Reed. Shout out Katie from St. Louis. Name the 3 girls from the famous The Girls Next Door reality show based from the Playboy Mansion.
Okay.
Full names.
Okay. All right.
Oh,
so we
full
have
names?
Full
okay.
names.
Holly Madison. Holly Madison is one. Kendra Wilkinson, and then Bridget Markhart. Those are the 3. Yeah, the 3
Final
girlfriends.
answer.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yes.
Impressive. I don't think I would have remembered
Really?
Bridget's last name. I know
didn't
the other 2,
anything once
but
you
I
got
just
it.
don't think I would have remembered. Bridget has... Kendra and Holly have stayed
Yeah.
prominent.
Bridget fell off.
Bridget, I would not have known her last name.
All right, 4-3. Gage and Reed, they're quite the comeback right now. Okay, question number 14 to Rhea and Fran. Shout out Jesse from Weymouth. Finish the Zach and Cody theme song lyric. You and me got this world to see, so blank, blank, blank.
Come on down.
I'm just going to go with whatever you say.
Come on down.
Correct.
Somebody scored a goal. Somebody scored a goal. I don't know what happened, but I think that's Frank. I think that's Frank who just tested how long he could scream goal for.
It was a long time.
That was a long
Yeah.
time. It sounded fake. Oh, it's still going.
Oh,
Okay. Tied up at 4. Question number
Oh, gosh.
15 for all the marbles.
This is a lot of pressure.
for
I'm nervous.
all the marbles.
To Gage and Reed. Shout out Katie from St. Louis again. What is the name of Stewie Griffin's teddy bear on Family Guy?
Rupert. Final answer.
Correct.
I'm actually really happy you guys got that one because I would never have gotten that.
I would not have gotten that.
That was
either.
well deserved.
Wow.
Oh my god.
As soon as
2 years in the making.
As soon as she said Rupert, it like 9 million scenes popped into my head of him saying Rupert, but I never would have come up with Rupert if that was our question.
No.
So
I wouldn't have either. She is a big Family Guy watcher. And we always used to quote the show back and forth to each other, some of the funky one-off lines and stuff. And Rupert.
Well,
Shout out to
I'm
Rupert.
glad that
ladies.
you won on that last question then.
yes,
Very well done. Congrats.
Wow.
And like
Good
I said,
job,
2
ladies.
years in the making.
Thank you guys.
yes, and damn, Gammy's birthday.
Gammy's birthday is
Yeah.
gonna haunt you,
I
Fran.
know it is. It
Yeah.
is.
Yeah.
As they say around the fire, to the window, to the
To the
wall.
wall.
Yeah.
I know.
Mm-hmm.
That was a very eclectic group of questions. I
Yeah.
will say,
Yes.
It's
Yeah.
probably our most eclectic group of questions we may have ever had.
I like
Would
it.
you agree with me on that?
I would agree. I like the
Yeah.
It
was a
Yeah.
good
different questions.
good variety.
I think
different
they all
type of
still
show.
fit into the
Everything's pop culture
umbrella.
for sure.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
ladies,
definitely.
well done. I think that, still you had some sister telepathy going on there. It was very impressive. Good teamwork.
Yes.
Congratulations.
Absolutely.
We have t-shirts for you
Thank you
guys
so
that
much.
say you won. So if you
Thank
can
you,
if you
guys.
can email Noah your sizes and addresses, he'll send them over to you. So
Awesome.
congratulations.
Yes, congratulations.
Thank you,
Sorry, I went on my
guys.
phone.
Thank you so
I'm in the
Big
middle
game.
of
It's okay.
ripping Trent apart right now via text message.
The luggage guy. Can't
Freaking
trust
luggage
Yeah,
that
he's
guy.
not showing up for the Cutting Stems Paradise
Scumbag.
finale, so we're giving him shit.
Unbelievable.
Unbelievable is right. Unbelievable is right.
Yes.
Thank you guys so much. It was so nice meeting you.
Thank you guys.
you.
so
Bye.
much.
Thanks for playing. Bye, guys.
Thank you guys.
All right, that wraps up today's episode of Chicks in the Office, and make sure you are subscribing on YouTube. It is Cyber Monday, the last day to get all of our merch 20% off. So head to store.barstoolsports.com. We'll put the link in the description so you guys can go shop it. 20% off all of our merch, new merch, old merch, whatever you guys want. We love you guys, and we'll talk to you on Wednesday.